Hello and a very warm welcome to the latest exciting episode of Simply Electric, coming to you directly from the Volvo world in beautiful Gothenburg. And here we have the fantastic opportunity to present you the brand new Volvo EX90 for the very first time. And now, let's just take a look at how it looks from the outside, how it looks from the inside, and what does Volvo offer in its latest electric derivative. Before we get started, could you please check if you are part of your e-electric community? If not, we'd be thrilled. If you subscribe to support us, let's get started with the new Volvo EX90. And as always, we start from the outside, start from the front, and take a look at the front of the brand new Volvo EX90. And there you can already see that it is a fully electric vehicle. Very elegantly executed. We have this classic Scandinavian design, completely enclosed right here, because it obviously doesn't need the large cooling units required for a combustion engine, but is available with an all-electric drive system. You have the single engine option with rear-wheel drive and rear motor, and there's also the dual motor version that comes with all-wheel drive. What turned out well here is the so-called Torx hammer, as it's nicely called.
Force hammer, yes.
Force hammer, here in such a pixel LED design, and the highlight is that it basically folds out. We'll try to show you that again later to then demonstrate the LED headlights respectively, as well as the pixel LED headlights. Yes, and of course it also comes outfitted with big, chunky and very stylish rims. Here in the dimension 265/40 R22, and they are also very nicely and quite impressively aerodynamically optimized, as it's really about ensuring the maximum range and the highest possible efficiency. And that's where Volvo, in my opinion, has really integrated that Scandinavian design very, very well into its high-end electric product. Electromobility transported. It is 5,04 meters long, so also a stately electric SUV that can accommodate up to 7 people. That means we not only have the first and second row, where 5 people can be seated, but also 2 additional seats in the rear. In the top variant, as a dual motor, you can get it with up to 111 kilowatt hours of gross capacity, which can be charged using the Type 2 connector AC in 3-phase mode with 11 key doublers, or through DC with up to 250 kilovolts. Then it should charge the battery from 10 to 80% in approximately 32 minutes. Yes, the highlight, in my opinion, is without a doubt also the design here at the rear, where there is an exceptionally nice and quite modern new taillight design, kind of inspired a bit by the combustion engine of the X90, but updated for modern times. Transported leaned against it. Some of you might say, man, if the glow was perhaps even continuous, you could think of Polestar, right, Stefan? Yes. But no, we are actually here with the Volvo EX90, and if you happen to be interested in the Polestar 3, you will absolutely be able to find it on our channel as well for further detailed information. Feel free to take a look at the timeline for that information. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss the dimensions in more detail. It is 5.03 meters long, 1.96 meters wide, plus exterior mirrors. That means 2.11 meters, and it is 1.74 meters high. For comparison, I am 1.85 meters tall myself. So what you have here is a very nicely designed, exceptionally strong, and quite robust electric SUV. The wheelbase of this particular vehicle is an impressive 2.98 meters in length. The rear-wheel drive version weighs a good 2.6 tons, and with the all-wheel drive, the curb weight goes up to 2.8 tons. That means you're also carrying around a considerable amount of mass naturally due to the size of those large battery packs. It begins in Germany at just over 83,000 euros, initially available in a rear-wheel drive variant. That means there's an electric motor on the rear axle with 205 kilolov, 279 horsepower and 409 Newton meters of torque, which brings it to a top speed of 180 kilometers per hour. And it accelerates from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in a respectable 8 seconds. On board, it has a battery capacity of 104 kilowatt hours gross, of which 101 kilowatt hours are net available, ensuring that decent driving ranges should also be possible at a later stage. We want to find that out together with you in a consumption path with a charging check. If you're prepared to invest a good 91,000 euros, you can actually get it equipped with 2 powerful electric motors. That means one on the rear axle driving the rear axle and one on the front axle driving the front axle. Combined 300 kilowatt system output, equivalent to an old currency, 408 horsepower with 770 Newton meters of torque. Then it goes from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in a good 5 seconds and reaches 180 kilometers per hour at the top. So you have both variants. Feel free to write in the comments whether you are Team RWD or Team AWD. We want to look under the hood with you because Volvo has a lot of experience in electromobility and knows that a good electric car obviously also comes with a frunk. We have this incredibly huge hood. It's really quite impressive and spacious. You can see this right here with 2 hood vents, proper insulation, and a really significantly large-sized frunk. That means you can store not only your charging cables in there, but also quite a bit of additional equipment. Some have tons that they might run through rough terrain and then their dirty shoes. Not mixed in with the carry-on luggage and the beautiful carpets either. Yes, of course, we naturally want to listen to that beautiful Swedish hood, crafted from steel, aluminum, whatever it is. We don't know exactly, do we, Stefan?
I don't know. Nah, no idea.
Let's go and hear what it sounds like, shall we?
All right then. 3, 2, 1, and let's begin.
Sentence. Far more important for you than the frunk is definitely the trunk, which refers to the rear headroom located right above the right. Opens with the license plate holder, and we have the 7-seater version. This means that we still have a very generous 310 liters of trunk volume available right here in the back. I think that's quite spacious because when you consider traveling with 7 people, most vehicles have only this kind of storage in the back, where at most one travel bag fits. Yes, then here we have a huge compartment where you can also store the parcel shelf, for example, where at most one travel bag fits. Yes, then here we have a huge compartment for storing the parcel shelf, for example, if the 3rd row is upright. This is great and allows you to fully load the vehicle. Yes, it's electric, so the seat folds forward automatically, making it very convenient for adjusting the seating configuration. For that, we will need to move the 2nd row of seats a little further forward because otherwise the electronics won't permit the seat to fold down properly. I think it should hopefully work out just fine. That's a really great story. However, I couldn't find any information on how much storage space we have with Volvo. I can only speculate and refer a bit to the Kia EV9, where I believe we had over 800 liters of storage volume. And I could imagine that here with the Volvo EX90. It could be similar. It has a 3-chamber air suspension, which is of course designed for maximum comfort. But that won't work here with the exhibition vehicle, where you then also electrically, so to speak, electro-hydraulically, you have the ability to lower the air suspension to achieve a better loading level. Yes, what goes down electrically also goes up electrically. Wow. You can fold down the 3 seats individually or together, giving you over 1,900 liters of storage space. This doesn't work with the exhibition vehicle here, and I have to say that is an absolutely remarkable size. Yes, for those who still need more space, there are people who require even more room. They can install roof racks there with roof loads of up to 100 kilograms. And with the all-wheel drive variant, you also have the option of getting a trailer hitch with a braked towing capacity of 2.2 tons. For the rear-wheel drive version, I believe, from memory, it's 1.5 tons. The support load is 100 kilograms, so that even the enthusiasts of refined e-bike sports then have the possibility, I suppose, up to about 4 to transport pedalics. One standout feature with Volvo is the inclusion of frameless exterior mirrors. These mirrors integrate not just the sophisticated 360-degree camera system, but also come equipped with additional advanced camera technology. Because we've got Stefan up on the roof of the windshield, you can show that again, yes, also the advanced LiDAR system, which additionally means that piloted driving will elevate safety to an even higher level here in the newly developed Volvo EX90. That's obviously mega awesome and is supposed to eventually enable further semi-autonomous steps all the way up to fully autonomous driving in the future. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the interior check now. Up here, I believe they've used some really nice and super high quality leather. Now, I don't know if it's faux leather or real leather. Then we have this light wood trim here. Then also here with the optional Bowers & Wilkins sound system, which comes with 25 speakers. Then it should also deliver the maximum sound experience, including Dolby Atmos. Again, here's a nice fabric which feels similar to neoprene. 2 windows here that you can switch between, and the door handle is analog. And down here, however, it's a noticeably harder plastic. And here on the side, at least, there's noticeably some carpet or felt missing so that nothing rustles or rattles around. But of course, you also get the high-quality Scandinavian interior that is offered here. Welcome here to the dashboard area of the brand new Volvo EX90, and here this beautiful Scandinavian material mix continues once again. Up here we have gorgeous faux leather with matching stitching in exquisite detail. We have a nice big head-up display that projects all the essential information through the windshield, and so only minimally distracts us from the traffic while we are driving along. Another highlight might be this brilliant center speaker of the Bowers & Wilkins sound system. And then here we essentially have the very nice multifunction steering wheel in what I would assume to be faux leather. And on the steering column, I'll show you, we have the option here to also adjust the steering wheel electronically, letting you extend it, move it up and down to perfectly suit your driving position. And that's great because the infotainment display mounted on the steering line and always travels along with us, always in the best possible field of view, and can thus be read optimally. Yes, I must say these touch haptic combined buttons definitely require quite a significant amount of time to fully get used to initially. If you know exactly where to go, it works very well. Under driver adjustments, you can adjust the mirrors left and right here. This is a fantastic way to get accustomed. And then at the very latest, because we also have an incredible camera system on board here that makes the experience even better. No issues with parking in and out because we happen to have a fantastic 360-degree camera system right here. That's why I can't criticize the version with the mirror adjustment in the infotainment system here either. Yes, the perfect transition here to the infotainment unit. Naturally, we have the very latest generation of Google automotive technology fully integrated on board. You're familiar with this, featuring correspondingly fast processors. It is also the latest and best generation available on the market. That means you can swipe back and forth as much as you like, and you can clearly see that we are currently present here accordingly at the Volvo house in Gothenburg. Yeah, the settings here are really great. During the loading break, you can definitely watch a YouTube video from Einfach elektrisch. You have the wonderful voice control from Google Assistant with all the essential features, and later on, you'll certainly also have Apple CarPlay as well as Android Auto to mirror your phone directly into the system. I suspect that this will be added through a small software update, so that's a great thing. Yes, this wood front from the door continues very nicely through the infotainment, just like in a Volvo. We still have tactile adjustment for the vent, which I find really great. Also, this plastic strip that looks like chrome is really awesome. We have here the inductive loading area. The key can also be placed here, or even the digital key card, which we know from Polestar, and later on the digital key will also be integrated into the smartphone. We have the volume control right here, plus of course the play and pause button, as well as two cup holders placed here with a very nice wood decor. If I misspeak, please don't be mad because we only have very little recording time and we are trying our best to do everything in one take. Thank you for your understanding. To film it as best as possible for you. Yes, down here you have another nice extension of the storage space where you can divide the interior space into 2/3 and 1/3 sections. And we have nice ergonomics. Here's that neoprene-like fabric again. The driver ergonomics here are truly perfect. There's a frameless mirror, an elegant black headliner, and a gigantic glass roof, which, unfortunately, you simply cannot open at all. And I have to give a bit of criticism here, Volvo. Unfortunately, just like with the Polestar 3, there's no sunshade provided here.
Yeah, that's bad, particularly in summer.
Remember the Polestar 3 video where we were standing near Bad Tolz at 32 degrees? The sun was blazing in here, and I felt like a hot plate was burning on my head. This is really extremely uncomfortable in the height of summer, and I simply wish for some relief, either through additional sun protection in the glass roof or, of course, ideally through a classic roller blind. The view through the passenger door shows you once more from the side this open design of the center console, which I really like. With two USB-C ports, everything here is beautifully lined with a felt carpet. Here's another piece which might then be used to securely hold another smartphone or even a tablet in place. You can fit a gentleman's pouch here, a lady's purse here, and everything swings nicely and light. Yes, we have a very, very nice fabric upholstery here. Fantastic seats that we can also adjust in length as needed, and they are even electrically adjustable for added convenience. In height and with various adjustment options as well. And fabric upholstery is now widely regarded as pretty much the new leather for many of you out there these days. Especially in home interiors, the trend is moving away from classic leather couches towards the finest wool and cashmere fabrics. And of course, the Swedish brand Volvo takes advantage of this as well. Great support in the lumbar area, great support here in the thigh area. Good shoulder pads, the integrated headrest. Then again, such perforated synthetic leather with the comfort function, I must say. This is really all really great. The only thing I always have to look for in this car is somehow the glove compartment latch. Here it is also nicely lined with felt, and this is just a very, very nice high quality mix of materials. Here it almost feels like faux leather, but I think it's a high quality synthetic. So now we're going to do a quick rattle check, but here it's also nice and soft, nothing's rattling. That's really well done. So thumbs up for the impressive interior of the X90. Of course, we want to do the check with you to see if I, with my 1.85 m height and my almost rickety 99.9 kilograms, can fit into the third row of seats, right, Stefan?
Of course.
I think this must be your favorite exercise, and what really supports us here is this beautiful large door panel. Then, of course, we also have a convenient easy entry function right here. And then I can just smoothly and comfortably swims in here. But to be completely honest, I really barely have any space to move. I'm 1.85 meters tall. I think up to 1.70 meters you can sit comfortably. And even if you move the seat row, I think all the way forward, it's just not enough space for my really long equipment. And that's the reason I might be slightly more than a little bit disappointed. Why disappointed, Stefan? Because we actually had more room in the Kia EV9.
We had slightly more space there. Yeah, that's true.
I would say, let's now take a look at the space in the second row of seats. Let's take a look at how we can get into the second row of seats. It's really quite comfortable in there. And then let's take a look at how spacious it is here. In the back seat, I really feel like I'm in Abraham's bosom. You really can't compare that to the third row of seats, which is certainly feasible for 2 kids, a short trip, or individuals who are of shorter stature. Yes, we have a very nice center armrest where we can fold out a cup holder again, but it's kind of a little bit too short for me. I'd really prefer it to be a bit longer because with my height and build, I inevitably end up right back at the cup holder again. And that is, of course, extremely impractical. What's really fantastic about Volvo is the option to fold this up into a child seat. Wouldn't you agree, Stefan? That's definitely a wonderful story, and I really like that a lot because you have 4 child ISOFIX attachments here. That means 2 in the third row of seats, 2 here in the second row, plus this child's booster seat. For anyone who needs it accordingly. That's really quite a wonderful and touching story. I have plenty of legroom here. We have a nice 4-zone climate control system, which we can adjust for each zone individually. We have seat heating back here, with ventilation ducts installed both in the center console, as well as here in the B-pillar for optimal comfort. Therefore, I have to say, the quality from the front also carries through to the second row of seats. Even in the third row, you do have to accept some compromises when it comes to the size of the seating area. And with that, we have also reached the end of our initial review of the Volvo EX90. Let's start with a preliminary conclusion. Many cars can look good. The crucial thing, of course, is how well this car drives, and we'll hopefully find that out together with you in one of the next videos in a few weeks. Yes, well, 83,000 euros is the starting price for this electric derivative, essentially adding another option to the existing lineup. Electric SUVs, we're eager to see what you think. Write your thoughts in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. Please check again if you're part of the Einfacher electric community. If not, we'd really appreciate your subscription. See you in one of the upcoming videos. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy and see you soon. Yours, Olli, and you, Stefan. Look, Volvo managed once again not to install any half shark fins here.
Nice, right?
Go on.
Right, we're making progress.